last question. You're probably dying, but first bit is really straightforward. Solve two equations are given. Solve the fact that q of x is equal to 0. So I'm just going to do it up here because it doesn't take many seconds. X squared minus 10x minus 20 equal to 0. Now it says solve it. It's a quadratic. We can solve that. Write your answer in this form. So you could use the formula. You could complete the square. Just because I like to complete the square, I'll go that way. You must remember to give your answer in the right form. Now, you don't get many marks for this anymore because you can do all of this on your calculator. So that's why you don't get much credit for it. But you do need to be able to complete the square anyway, so it's always worth practicing. So minus 5 in there, take away the 25, put those two together. Get the 45 on the other side. Square root it. So that gives you root 45, which simplifies to 3 lots of root 5, and then you've got to add that 5 to it. So it's plus or minus 3 lots of root 5. Remember, root 45 is the same as root 9 times root 5, which gives you the 3 root 5. So that's that first bit done. Second bit, sketching. God, I can't to sketch in a maths exam. So we now know lots about what this looks like. We know that q is a quadratic, and I know that p of x, no powers in there, so I know that's a straight line. So remember, it doesn't need to be perfect, but it does need to be vaguely half decent. So draw yourself a set of axes and go from there. So if I think about my quadratic, I've already worked out these roots. So that's where it crosses the x-axis. So I know it goes through at 5 plus root 3. I'll stick that over here. 5 plus 3 root 5. And you might just want to verify in your calculator that this one minus is negative. It goes through there. I know it also goes through minus 20. I know these things are symmetrical, and it would be symmetrical about the number 5. So that there is just to give me a bit of a guide. And the lowest point is at 5 minus 45, so it would go way down here. I'm going to really struggle to draw this on the computer. Oh, I can't accept that. Right, so you've got to draw it really neatly. Jesus. Well, you know what I mean. So, where else does it go through? Well, we've got 3 minus half x. So I know the gradient is minus a half, and then it goes through 3 on the y-axis. So it goes through 3 here, and the gradient is minus half, so I know it's going down. I might just want to check where it goes through the x-axis, where it goes through the x-axis. So on the x-axis, make y equals 0, 3 equals minus a half x. X comes out to be 6. So you know it goes through somewhere here. So that one you can draw with a ruler. God, that'll make it a bit easier. So I know that one goes through 3 and 6. Something a bit like that. I'll just move it down a bit. So it goes through 3 and 6. Okay, so apart from my quadratic being a terrible shape, you kind of see what's going on. Use an algebraic method to find where these intersect each other. So let's just shift this out of the way. Use an algebraic method to find where they intersect each other. So I need to set this one equal to that one. Quadratic equation, make it equal to 0, double to get rid of this, very similar to a question we've done before. 2x squared minus 19x minus 46. That does factorise. Again, you can always cheat, use your calculator if you've got on the new fandangle one, which is why they don't give many marks for it anymore. So you get x values of minus 2, or 23 over 2. Y values, substitute back into, we can either put it back into there, or we can put it back into there. Definitely easier to do it into there. And you get 4 out. And then you get, if you do it back the other one, minus 11 over 4. So don't expect nice easy numbers. when these calculators do everything for you. It's just going to be ugly. So let's just check that these make sense with our diagram. Minus 2, 4. Minus 2, 4. Yep, above this point 3, and the x value is negative. Yep, 23 over 2. 11 and a bit. 11 and a half. So yeah, down there, and it has a negative y value. So it kind of fits with our diagram, so not too bad. Right, the last bit, using set notation. I haven't talked about that too much yet. Should have done it a bit GCSE. The set of values are where the P curve is below the Q curve. So the P straight line is below the Q straight line. So the two bits they're talking about where P is below Q, one of the bits will be here, because this straight line is below that blue line, and this straight line is below the curve there. So the two bits we're after here for part D are the green bits of these curves. So that was when x was less than minus 2. When x is less than minus 2, we get all these bits over here. And when x is bigger than 23 over 2. So that's just using some normal algebraic notation. Set notation, we have to think about what types of numbers we've got. So we've got x. X belongs to the set of all numbers. X has to be less than minus 2. Or, and include x again, set of all real numbers has to be bigger than 11.5. Okay, so we haven't done a lot of time covering this set notation. We will go over it again. We will go over it actually, but it hasn't really been top of the priority list. If you got these two bits out, just put that or that, you'd have got yourself some marks. So marks here, basically any kind of method of solving. So if you're using the formula or completing the square, show your method, you get 1 mark, and then getting your A and your B to be 5 and 5 as it happens, another mark. Part B, diagrams, 1 mark for this intersection here, and another mark for this intersection here, and then 1 mark for knowing that this was minus, knowing that was 1, and showing these two as well was your other mark. You'd already worked them out, ignore the cat in the background. Part C, making these two things equal to each other, 1 mark. Getting your quadratic equal to 0, 1 mark. However you wanted to solve that, getting your answers out, was completely up to you. Basically though, you got 1 answer there, 1 answer there. The last bit, 1 mark for having the basic bit done, and then 1 mark for the final conclusion at the end. Piece of cake.